Oh, well, hello guys. Let me get situated here, and this is Eric. Welcome into SideQuest Comics. Uh, I was actually just wrapping up the Christmas season and starting to pull down stuff. So we survived, guys. We survived the holiday season for another year, and here's looking to 2024. So what I wanted to do today's video was actually show off some of my Christmas loot that I got. I think I was a good boy this year, and Santa brought me a lot of cool things, and I just kind of wanted to show them off as a little break from pulling down the Christmas decorations. So let's go ahead and jump into. I got a big stack of stuff here, and I got a big stack, right here to show off. So let's jump into some of the cool things that I got in my stocking this year. First off, I got a new shirt this year from the old wife. I don't know where she found it, but a Marvel Zombie shirt with a zombie Wolverine. Heck yeah, I'm all over that. So, and then of course she found this kind of neat thing. This is something I've never seen. It's a piece of wood that they used, did a laser cut of one of my favorite John Byrne covers of Wolverine. Was this number 17 of Wolverine? I don't know if I want to kind of spray this to seal it in there or what, but it's kind of cool, something different, right? I think she said she found this on Etsy. If you guys have never been on Etsy, there's all kinds of cool comic book artisan created type stuff on there. Really good place if you're a cosplayer. But yeah, I thought that was kind of a neat thing. But yeah, and there's some other things that I got, but I wanted to jump into some of the loose comic books that I actually bought. So one of the things that my family likes to get me is gift cards, or a lot of times I get hard, cold cash to go basically buy whatever I want. And a lot of that's because, my parents are older. They don't know where to find some of this stuff. So I end up, right now, my local store, Jay's Comics, is having a sale, end of the year sale. So a lot of times when I go in on the Wednesdays, I go through the boxes to see what's new type of thing. And yeah, I mean, this was right after Christmas, so I still had a pocket full of cash, to burn a hole in my pocket. And going through some of the stuff, I actually found some cool stuff. So let's start off with this little stack here. Now, this is one of those things from DC Comics, Detective Comics. This was the beginning of year 2, and this is just kind of a pretty big issue that I was like, oh, I that's kind of cool. I like that. Now, this is 1987's when this storyline started by Mike Barr. This is 575, and the reason this jumped out is I love this artist. This is Alan Davis that did the art. But I also dug out, when I was digging around, I found this one, part 2 with Todd McFarlane cover, and part 3 with also a Todd McFarlane cover. Now, that first one is the first appearance of Reaper in it, the version of Reaper at this time. And I still need to get 578, so I'll have to track that one down to finish this 4-parter. But also, one of the reason I got this is because right now, they do a lot of reprints and stuff of these old ones. They actually just started printing year 1 that was done by, classic Frank Miller story. So, it was fresh in my mind when I saw these ones already on the rack, and then it's like, oh, year 2. I want to grab that while I can. Good for the collection. So that was kind of partly the reason I grabbed this one, is that this one was fresh in my mind. Going next up on my list of digging and using some of that gift money is I found this one. Now, this is Punisher Volume 7. This came out 2004. This was part of Marvel's Max line. Now, what this was it was kind of their, I guess you'd call it for adults only type of thing. It had a parental advisory in them, meaning that it had, kind of extreme language. It was pretty violent. And this one's cool because this is the Timothy Bradstreet cover. He did, I think he did almost all the covers in Volume 7. So, yeah, it was a decent price. I picked it up. I think it was like $10. Not even that. So, yeah, it was a volume I didn't have. I saw it was a number 1, so why not? Okay, and then another single issue that I found. I've been kind of pretty heavy on the Teen Titans since I found out that Lobo has a daughter. So this is volume 6. I got this for like maybe $2 in their back issue bin. It's a cool variant cover of Crush, and this one actually is her origin. So I was very big buy, and this was number 25. Came out in 2018, so fairly recent. And this is written by Adam Glass, and the cover is Alex Garner that did this. So, you know, this is one of those series that I'm going to pick them up when I see them type of thing. They're generally pretty cheap. I know there's a couple like her first appearance and stuff like that that'll be a little up there, but that's okay. When I find them, I find them. I'm not actively chasing them. Okay, and then digging around, I know it's a little late for these ones, but I found some Halloween covers that I'll have to save for next year, but I got these just because they're kind of cool. I've never seen these. This one is Nightmare on Elm Street. It's Paranoid storyline. It's a 3-issue storyline that came out in 2005 by Avatar Press. Now, this is cover 1D. I guess they did a bunch of different covers, including, like, you know, they were themed. Like, this one was gore. They had, like, Terror, Shock, Bad Boy. There's a wraparound. I think they did some foils and stuff like that. But this was the only one that they had, so it was the one that I grabbed. It was a couple bucks, so I figured why not be good for in the future for those Halloween covers. And then, as well as Nightmare on Elm Street, I found this one, Jason X. Same thing. This is Avatar Press again. This one is 1E. This was a one-shot. And this one's actually a wraparound from 2005. This one also had like something like 10 different covers. But yeah, this one I couldn't pass up because I think I'm one of the few people that Jason X is my favorite Jason movie. It just, I don't know, it's slapstick funny to me. But yeah, this one was the wraparound cover. So there's a little peek at the wraparound. So yeah, I had to get these for future Halloween covers. I thought it'd be kind of fun to grab these too. Like I said, they're cheap. Okay, so and then these next couple ones here, I don't know how this happened. I had a hole in my Spawn collection from back in the day. So I actually saw these in the store. I picked them up. They weren't that much. This is Spawn from 1992. So I got number 3, number 4, and number 5. I don't know what happened to these. Lost the time. Who knows? But so number 3 is these are all Todd McFarlane written and art by. Number 3 is first appearance of Cyan Fitzgerald as a child. I guess that's the key in this one. Number 4, which is this one. Number 4 is the first cover appearance of Violator. And then number 5 is the first appearance of Billy Kincaid and the second cameo of Jason Wynn. So if you guys are familiar with the Spawn universe and the storylines, these were kind of those big early key books to get. Like I said, for some reason I was missing them. Grabbed them for a couple bucks just to fill in that big old hole I had. So I'm good now. This series actually is still going today. I think they're on like 200-300. I don't know exactly, but yeah, still going nonstop. A lot of issues to catch up on if I really want to, but I just wanted to fill a hole with these ones. Okay, and then last up for some of my cheaper books, using up that gift money that I got at Christmas. This was Red She-Hulk. This was an interesting series. Now, this was 2012, 2013 that this ran for. Is just 10 issues. It's all volume 1. And actually, this Red She-Hulk is Betty Ross Banner. So something in the storyline where she got the power of the Hulk, probably from her dad because he was the Red Hulk. And this is number 60. And then I also found 62 through 67, which I needed to finish off this 10 issue. I had 3 of them, 58, 59, and 61. So it finishes them off for me. I don't think there's any big key ones in this. I thought it was kind of weird, the numbering system. I think they're keeping the She-Hulk numbering to be that high. You know, to start with, I think they started with 58 is what it was. So yeah, just I found these in the dollar bin, guys. Bagged and boarded. I guess was part of a collection that they're just like, okay, let's just move them type of thing. So I came in at the right time, right place, that kind of thing. Pretty cool covers though. Oh, there's one with Man Thing. That's kind of cool. And then the last one, and then then they ended it. I don't know what happened in the storyline. I'll have to read them to find out. So, but I'm sure it was pretty cool. It caught my attention. All right, so that was just some of the things I got with the gift money that I got at Christmas. One of the other things that I bought myself, this was actually on my Christmas wish list. I've been looking at this and I didn't know where to start. So when this came out recently, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So this is actually, if you guys can see it, Deceased. This is DC Comics version of zombies, I guess. But it's all their storylines in, let's see if I hold it up the right way, in a graphic novel form. So this is a collection of all the different ones. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different series that they had. I thought this was one of those things that I always interested in it, but I didn't want to chase the individual issues. So this was perfect for me when it came out in a box set of all the trades. I was super excited. I got this actually for like 30% off with their sales. So I think this was $100 box set I got for about $70, guys. I think overall that's cheaper than trying to track down all these different individual issues, because I don't know, each one was probably like 6 issues or so. So that was cool. That was my last Christmas gift that I bought for myself. So let's see what Santa brought me now. So staying with DC Comics, one of the things on my list, I've been kind of trying to get more DC in the collection. Now, this is something that I missed out on back in the early 2000s. It was a huge storyline, and I was always curious about it. But once again, I don't want to track them down. That's a lot of money and time to find all the issues of that story. So this was on my list. It just recently came out this year, and this is the whole Hush Saga Omni. For Batman. Now, this, like I said, is a storyline that I missed out on. I was super curious. I have a general knowledge of it, but look at this chunky boy. This is like almost 50 issues in this storyline. This boasts, it's Jim Lee art, Joseph Loeb. Who else we got? AJ Lieberman. A whole bunch of different artists and writers that put this storyline together. And let's see, what does it include? It includes Batman issues 608 to 619, 685, Gotham Knights 50 to 55, 60 to 71, 73, 74, Detective Comics 846 to 850, 852. This has a Hush interlude from Wizard number 0. The Hush Tales from Batman Streets of Gotham 1 through 4. 14 and 16 through 21, and a short story, The Aftermath, created especially for this Batman Hush 20th anniversary. So this was the 20th anniversary, so they added all that stuff together. This is going to take me a while to read, I think, but I think it's worth it. I don't have to track these down. You know what they almost need? They need one of those little ribbons to put in there. But I mean, I'm not a huge super Batman type of fan, but I think he's kind of neat. And I'd like to read the stories. He's got really cool villains, and this is one of those key moments in, I think, his runs. So very excited to get this big old sucker from Santa. Now, the other big thing that Santa got me, and thinking about this stuff is kind of dark and creepy for a joyous time of season, but it's fun, right? It's fun to read all this stuff. But this one's been on my list for a while too, and this is the Blade Omni. This is Blade the early years, so this is early appearances of Blade in Marvel Comics. Some of these that were in this Omni I had. Here, I flip around, you can see some of the covers. So a lot of some of these Tomb of Dracula's up here I do have, but then there's a lot in here I don't have, and to track them down, like Legion of Monsters, the Vampire Tales, and then they got some of Doctor Strange, and then down here a Dracula. So let me read what these got. This has Tomb of Dracula, 10, of course, his first appearance. 12 through 14, 24, 30, 41 to 43, 45, 51, 53, 58. They have Adventure into Fear. I'm just going to skip the issues. You guys can look this up. They have Adventure into Fear, Vampire Tales, Marvel Preview, Doctor Strange, Marvel Comics Presents, more Tomb of Dracula. And then they have material from the old Tomb of Dracula. So they actually have a newer Tomb of Dracula in here. And yeah, once again, it's one of those things that to find some of these issues would take a lot of time and money. So when they printed this up, I was ecstatic. Just to have his first appearance in a book like this is pretty nice. You don't have to worry about, even if you do have it, you don't have to worry about, reading it and damaging it, because his first appearance is a pretty big collectible now for Tomb of Dracula number 10. That's actually on my list of, I'm going to try and find one this coming year. So yeah, very excited to get this and read some classic Blade. All right, so the last thing on my list I want to share with you guys that I got from Santa, and actually I have to give a nod to my wife for this one, because she went all out on this one, and I have to give a shout out to my buddy Brandon at Mon Comics and Comics Limited, which I think is where my wife got this from. Travis, thank you. Brandon, thank you. She scoped out this bad boy. So this is New Gods number 1 from 1971. This is a graded copy, a 9.0. This is early Jack Kirby. So yeah, a lot of first appearances in this. And I told her, I said, that's a really cool book. I love Jack Kirby. I've been wanting to get more DC. And I don't think this was one that I probably would jump out and buy for myself. But as a gift, it blew my mind, because I'm like, you actually were listening to me rant and rave and praise Jack Kirby. She said that's one of those names that she remembers coming up. So yeah, this one boasts first appearance of Orion, the Light Tray, Metron, Highfather, and Kalbach, and I think Darkseid's first appearances in this. I'm kind of weird that they don't say that, but yeah, this is it blew my mind when I opened this sucker. I was like, holy cow, I was really good. And I don't have a lot of slabbed books, so this is pretty exciting to get something this collectible by Jack Kirby, who, I consider as big as Stan Lee. He was, those two guys are basically what gave us our modern comics that we have today. So, but yeah, that was, I think, my big gift for Christmas this year. Well, there you go, guys. There's my Christmas haul. I was a good boy this year, and, it makes me look forward to next year, right, guys? And yeah, did you guys like my little snags that I did, my Christmas gift to myself? Let me know in the comments down below, you guys, how I did. Did you guys do as well? And my wife really surprised me this year, and she got me a lot of reading material for the Batman Hush, anniversary edition Blade. And of course, I cannot forget a slab book. I can't believe she went and got me a slab book. And neat little things like, do you guys get little, almost like a stocking stuffer type stuff, and cool new shirts? So let me know, guys, down below what you guys got for Christmas. Did you get surprised by your significant others or your friends out there that were hooking you up? Make sure you give me a like, a comment, and subscribe down below. And while you're at it, don't forget to head over to Instagram, subscribe over there. You can check out some of my cover posts that I do, my Mutant Mondays, and anything else that I put over there. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. And until next time, guys, when you're out there enjoying your Christmas haul that your friends and family got you this year, and you're getting ready to move into 2024, happy questing, and we'll talk to you next time, guys.